Alright, YouTube, it's the Shadow King Nazu here with a review for Rosario Vampire 2, Chapter 54. And once again, guys, you are in for a treat because I got two chapters written for my reviews, and both of them are godly awesome. Let's get started, shall we? Aqua tells Mocha that she loves her, but can't understand why she opened up to Skune and not her own sister. Ruby is looking at Aqua and didn't expect that someone this slender and sweet looking is Fairy Tail's strongest fighter. Then Aqua says that Skune is not worthy of Mocha, and that she'll never accept Skune as Mocha's husband. And she says this in Chinese, in fact. And Inamoka says their relationship isn't like that. And so this implies that Inamoka not only understands Japanese and English, she also understands Chinese. Which I guess would make sense since she's been living with Aqua. And Inamoka tells Ruby to tend to Kurumu and Mizure's wounds after they got their asses handed to them by Aqua earlier, and says that the seal has been broken, and thus Outer is in jeopardy too. She then tells Skune to leave Aqua to her, or risk being her target. But Skune swore to get strong to protect everyone, so he doesn't plan on fleeing. Then Aqua thinks that Skune tricks Inamoka with flattery, and thus won't forgive him. And then she starts to use a Jigentile that's so powerful it wipes about an eighth of Fairy Tail's HQ. And let's see, Skune and Inamoka realizes that Aqua has officially snapped. Just how crazy she's gone. If any of you people are Avatar: The Last Airbender fans, just think of how Aqua is back when. Think of Azula when she got crazy near the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's gotten that crazy, but I don't think it's hindered her fighting capabilities, unlike Azula. Anyway, Aqua tells her sister that the only person she can rely on is her, and Skune starts seeing the fearsome Aqua as a sad child and is rather confused by this. Aqua takes advantage of Skune's distraction and almost lands a Jigentile straight in his face, but Skune remembers Tohau Fuhai's instructions about the Jigentile. He described it like a saw that can come and go through dimensions by shifting dimensions and passing through wood, as an example. Then when he returns to our dimension, he causes it to explode, because no two things can exist in the same place and dimension at the same time. He also explains that the Jigentile is difficult to perform since it requires one to process it at 100 repetitions per second. And he also says that Ling Ling's version is a watered down one, since she can only do about 16 repetitions per second because of her low stamina due to being a zombie. He does go on to say if Jigentile can't pass through a dimension, it can't cut. Thus it does have a weak spot. And we see that weak spot coming when Skune blocks the Jigentile with a new technique called the Mui Tao, or in English, the Shadowless Sword. I rather like that name. Anything with the words shadow and sword is just pure badass. Anyway, Ruby starts searching for Kurumu and Mizure and sees Mizure's lollipop and a footprint, and figures they've been dragged somewhere. Ruby is suddenly dragged away by tentacles. Insert hentai joke. Anyway, Skune and Aqua continue to counter each other's techniques, and Skune explains the concepts of the Mui Tao and that it can block the Jigentile. And Aqua figures that Tohau Fuhai must have invented this recently, and that the fact he could do that and so quickly makes him a genius. To which Skune agrees. Inamuka is completely baffled that Skune, who started off as a weak human who can defend himself against even the weakest of monsters at the school, is now able to go toe-to-toe with Aqua, who has defeated Inamuka 117 times. Uh, Aqua then states that even if Skinny can block the Jigatao, he moves like a charging beast, and thus his movements can be rather predicted and encountered with her martial arts. And she further goes on saying that he's worthy of Mocha because of this. Fortunately, Aqua is distracted and Inamuka sneaks a hard kick on her, and then says, "Who she loves is her concern." And I think I mentioned earlier that she doesn't view Skune in the romantic sort of way, though that might just be her denial. And Skune and Inamuka vow to have each other's back while fighting Aqua. Then we cut to Gyokuro Shuzan and her daughter Kahlua staring at Aqua Shuzan and are mildly surprised that she's having a hard time. Then we see Ruby bound by a cyclops squid creature. Maybe I wasn't too far off with that S&M hentai stuff. And it turns out that the creature was summoned by Yukari. And she says that this is a doctor worm. Oh, okay. Seriously? Seriously? That's a worm? No, that thing has tentacles and it looks virtually nothing like a worm. But whatever. On the other hand, this does allow me to play this little musical reference. The classics. So anyway, Yukari says that the doctor worm is a summoning that was able to heal everybody, and this kind of makes Yukari the white man.